Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. This is Canadian Retro. I've got a pretty cool pickup here because I managed to do a trade with Longshot, who I haven't seen in a very long time. He came up to Canada from his nest in the United States, came up here to visit, doing a variety of different things, but he did make time to stop by my place so we could do a little bit of a trade. So I was able to trade him a bunch of things that he sort of saw in different videos, or things that I had mentioned or showed him or picked up for him with him in mind, and I gave those things to him, and in return he gave me a couple of games that he had in his trade pile. So let me take a look here at what he got for me. So the first thing is Knights and Journey into Dreams on the Wii. And this is a really awesome game. I believe it's a reimagining of the original, which I don't have the original of this one, so pretty happy to get this one. Now, people were complaining, I've seen in like videos and stuff, people were complaining using the motion controls kind of is difficult and doesn't really work fully right. But the thing is, this also supports the Pro type controller, or whatever you like to call it, classic controller for the Wii. So really cool right here, and I didn't have this in my collection already. Obviously, that's why I wanted to get my hands on it when I saw it in his pile there. So really cool right there. Thanks a lot, Longshot, for this. Pretty amazing right there, and totally complete and in excellent condition. So this will be a wonderful addition to my collection. I was so happy when I saw it in his pile. The next game that I got here from Longshot was Tatsunoko vs. Capcom Ultimate All-Stars. And this game right here, I'm not totally certain if this sold particularly well, just because I don't think North American audiences might be familiar with Tatsunoko. Now, some of you might be if you're like super into like anime, or you're super into that kind of thing, Japanese like cartoon or whatever, but for the most part, I'm pretty sure North American audiences aren't totally familiar with that. So I don't know if this game sold particularly well, but when I saw it in his trade pile, I was like, yes, I'm definitely gonna get my hands on that. So I wanted to put that into my collection. So pretty pleased that he had that, because it's going to be a wonderful addition, I think. Looks pretty awesome from gameplay I've checked out of it. So if you know a little bit more about this title, let me know what you think of it, because I think it's pretty awesome. That's everything that I got from Longshot though, so that was a pretty good deal right there. It's nice to add a couple of quality Wii titles that aren't like little kiddie titles, you know, into my collection. The next thing I wanted to talk about here is one of the premier events, and probably one of my favorite events of all time as far as like my video game collecting history, and that is the Barrie Game Exchange. And I went to this event like I normally would, but this one was particularly special because there were a number of Cartridge Club members that had come from near and far to attend this event. At I think at like the height of everything, I think there was probably close to 30 Cartridge Club members, probably like 25 to 30 Cartridge Club members that were in attendance at this event. And the Saturday before, because the Barrie Game Exchange was on Sunday, the Saturday before, a lot of us met up at the Dave & Buster's in Vaughan, which is, if you're not aware of what a Dave & Buster's is, basically like a restaurant with like an arcade attached to it, and you can kind of go in, play some games, have dinner, and that was really amazing because I got to meet people that I'd never thought I would ever meet in person, just people on like the Google Hangouts that I thought, you know, they're so far away, I'll probably never see these people in real life, and I managed to run into them, and that was absolutely mind-blowing for me to actually meet these people in person. So I was so happy to meet up with them, and again on Sunday at the Barrie Game Exchange, all of them plus more were in attendance there as well. So just an amazing event. I probably spent more time like talking to people, hanging out with people, than I actually did searching for video games, which is why I only picked up a couple of games here. But first of all, what I'll do is I will show you some footage. I'm basically live here now at the Barrie Game Exchange. This is pretty awesome. I got a nice little overview shot here I wanted to show you guys just because I got up into the stands. I don't know if I'm supposed to be up here, but we'll find out later. But here we go. So I'll give you a good overview of everything that's going on. Here's a great venue, I think. As far as things go, there's quite a few attendees going on. The vendors seem to be happy, so I'll give you a good view of this.
so let me know what you think of that. Pretty amazing event going on behind me here. I think if you were able to attend this, you were quite in luck. There's lots of really good killer deals down there. I haven't picked up anything just as yet, but right now, I think it's like maybe an hour into the show. I've planted a few seeds of deals I wanted to do with people, so we'll see if those things work out, because you know I don't like to pay top dollar for anything, but there are actually lots of good deals here, well under sort of market value kind of stuff. Lots of the tables have some wonderful items, and I'll show some of that to you right about now.
As you can see, it was pretty amazing right there. As far as like the setup, the layout, just what an awesome event. If you get a chance to go to the Barrie Game Exchange, I highly recommend it. But now I want to get into the pickup part of this, things that I picked up at the Barrie Game Exchange. So first thing I'll show you here is a copy of Super Bomberman, which I picked up. Did not have this in the collection, so this is really awesome to be able to get this. Now, the thing I'm after is the multi-tap that goes with the Super Nintendo. I'm not really sure what the official name of that is, but I'm just going to call it the multi-tap for the Super Nintendo. I need to get my hands on one of those so I can play this some of this 4-player when I do my live stream for Extra Life in November. So I really want to get my hands on one of those multi-taps now. The person who had this had 50 on it. I actually got it for 40. This is the way that it went down though. So when I saw it on his table, it was like sort of near the end of the show. I hadn't really picked up anything the whole show. It was really near at the end, and then I started running around. I'm like, I gotta buy something. So I ran around and I actually found this, which is something that, you know, I wanted for the collection, so it was really nice to be able to find it, and I wasn't just buying something for the sake of buying something, which is good. But I offered him 40 because it was near the end of the show, and sometimes people will take a little bit off, especially near the end of a show. And at first he said 45, and I said, why don't you take a look at my trade pile, and we'll see, you know, if there's anything that interests you in there. Maybe we can knock down the price a little bit and, you know, find a deal there, kind of thing for both of us. So he looked through my trade list, and I mean, I had this stuff in my car because I always have my greasy trunk deals, and I had my list though on my phone. He scrolled through my list, didn't really see anything he wanted. He said, you know what, man, take it for 40. So I took it for 40. I asked him what his name was so I could shout him out on the channel. He didn't want me to do that, so whoever you are, thank you very much for the deal on this. This is going to be awesome for my live stream. Hopefully I can pick up a multi-tap before November and get some practice in before people slaughter me in Bomberman, because I'm pretty awful at this game, these kind of games, but still, it would be a good time to play that. Alright, and the last game that I'm going to show you here is something that I picked up from Miles from the Flock of Nerds. Well, Miles and Catherine from Flock of Nerds. You should check out their channel if you haven't done that, and they also have podcasts. Like, they have a YouTube channel, obviously, look up Flock of Nerds. They're also on SoundCloud because they do a podcast, which is Flock Talk, and they also have a website, which is flockofnerds.com. So go check that out, and like obviously they're on Facebook and Twitter and all that kind of stuff. But go check out, you know, their content. Really amazing people. I mean, I've met and spoken to Miles just about every single game convention. This time around he had a table, which is really cool, so I picked this up from him, and that's Darkstalkers 3. This is like a Street Fighter 2 kind of style thing, but with the Darkstalkers creatures or monsters or whatever you'd like to call them. This is in really great shape, and it's all complete and beautiful. So really pleased with that deal right there, and he gave me an amazing deal on that. Obviously he's a friend of mine, so I don't talk about the the deals that we make necessarily, but he gave me massive bro price on this one, so really happy to add this into the collection and something I'll be able to check out. I'm not the most amazing at fighting games, but I've always had an interest in them, so this is a really nice addition to the collection. That's everything that I got as far as pickups went, but I do want to show you some pictures of the Cartridge Club members that I've sort of picked up from here and there that were at this event. Pretty amazing group of people, and I couldn't be happier being a member, so check out some of these photos. So that was some of the pictures there from the Barrie Game Exchange. Like I was saying before, go check out the Barrie Game Exchange. If you haven't, you're doing a major disservice to yourself by not going and checking out the Barrie Game Exchange. You have to be there if you're a video game enthusiast like most of us are. I highly recommend it. Chris did a bang-up job as usual. I could tell by the look on his face that he had worked very hard for that and to make the show great. And it was an amazing show. It was really flawless in my eyes from what I saw. So that's everything I got for you this time around. If you haven't joined up with the Cartridge Club yet, you definitely should. If those pictures don't sell you on such an amazing group of people, then I don't know what to tell you. It's an amazing club. I'm really proud to be a member of it, and after meeting everybody, I'm just blown away by the amazing group that has been put together around that. So thank you to all the Cartridge Club members. That was probably the best weekend video game wise I think I've ever had, and that's all I gotta say about that. So thanks again for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Feel free to thumbs up this video, comment down below, and I will see you all later.